Here are Brent and Charlene Seek from Martell, Nebraska, and we want to welcome you on the Angus Tour this fall. And we have developed a heat detection product for cattle we have called Heat Seeker. We've now been selling it for 3 years, and we've sold it into 39 states, Canada, and also we have patches on moose in Alaska. And this is the patch that glues on the cow's tail head. And when the cow comes into heat and rides, it pushes a sensor in our patch, then sends a signal to our antenna, and it will come back to an app that the producer has on their phone. It will show every mount the cow has had, and then there are customizable features that allow the producer to pick the time that he wants to AI the cow or put the embryo in. We look forward to seeing you in September on the tour and showing you where we build our patches at our farm.
I'm Cliff Goff. This is my father, Brian Goff. I'd like to welcome everybody to our group of cows, BG Angus. We're out of Linwood, Nebraska, straight northwest. And we run around 120 cows. And right now we're kind of focusing on more quality cattle than quantity. Dad, you want to say a little something when you got your first cows?
I bought my first heifers, I guess, in about '84. Went with the Angus cattle because I grew up with them with my dad, and I got my first purebred cows, and that's how we started the herd. He got a little older, he got a few cows from me, and he's bought some heifers here and there.
One thing I want to add is we try to focus on our mama cows more than anything. We're going after a good feed and udders. Of course everybody is, but at the end of the day, phenotypically that animal has to be sound and showy. Numbers are great, but we truly are going after a pretty mama cow. And we believe that our mama cows, they need to raise their own calves, and those calves need to be sold to other producers. If they don't stand up to a calf that we want used here on the place, they're called. And so what you see behind us is just a small group of cows that we believe can actually do it on their own.
I'm Sherry Worm, and this is Coleman Angus Farm. We are by Martell, Nebraska. We've been raising registered Angus cattle since 1960. We're a multi-generational farm. My parents are still involved, Rod and Linda Holman. Myself and my husband, Mike, along with my kids, Cody and Kaylee Holman and Bo. Riley, my daughter, and my son, Ryan. My brother, Greg Holman, and his kids, Jonathan and Jackson. We mostly sell private treaty. We have bulls and heifers. We sell also to commercial guys. We will be at the Stop Friday night on the Angus Tour in September at the Lynetics Ranch. So we look forward to seeing everybody in September for the Angus Tour. And if you have any questions, we'd love to connect with you.
My name is Morgan Meyer, and I'm the owner-operator of MGM Angus in Johnston, Nebraska. And welcome to Southeast Nebraska. It's not quite as green as normally like this, but it's pretty nice. We've been in the Angus breed since 1998. We are a family-owned operation. And I'd like to welcome everybody to the Angus Tour here coming up in September. We are going to have a spring-bred heifer out of Motive on display. We'll also have a cow-calf pair. The heifer calf on display will be out of style. If you're into the show deal, she's definitely one that might catch your eye and is pieced together pretty nice. Also, the first Saturday in April of 2025 will be our annual production sale featuring registered bulls and registered females, and also we will sell a pen of commercial heifers as well.
I'm Titus Schrock with Schrock's Angus. My wife Melinda, my 2 sons, they help every day on the operation in some shape or form. Been doing this for probably 5 or 6 years now, and we are primarily a seed stock operation, growing from starting with a few cows and with a progressive embryo transplant operation into selling bulls. And so sure like to welcome everybody to come by and take a look. Feel free to call anytime. We are primarily doing replacement heifers. Will come to the forefront, and then selling bulls obviously every year. So
hi, Clark Teton from Talmadge, Nebraska. I have 120 head of cattle. I started my cattle operation when I was probably 10. I run about 20 to 25 registered cows. I started a registered herd a couple years ago, and I'm slowly making progress on developing good females, AI-ing. This year was my first year I did some embryos. I did embryos with Mike Bredemeyer, actually. The people that help me is my dad. He has 15 cows, and my girlfriend Emily, been with her for 4 years. She has some cows. The cattle I'm going to bring to the tour is probably some of these calves, and they're sired by Schaff Angus, Renovation son. And looking forward to see you guys at the tour. Thanks for looking.
Hello, I'm Andrew Stastny from Stastny Angus. Stastny Angus was founded 5 years ago by myself, my wife Tracy Stastny, our 2 kids Mia and Zachary Stastny, and my mom and dad Mark and Kathy Stastny. We moved out to the country 7 years ago, and Dick Holman was cutting our hay. He kept saying, you know, Andrew, you really got to get into Angus. You got to get into Angus. And so after a couple of years of telling him no, I decided I'd go ahead and buy 3 head off him, 3 heifers. The plan was to teach the kids responsibility and work ethic, but I think what really happened was I just fell in love with cattle. So we've just been growing since then, and so we're now up to about 30 head, and we plan on keep growing. We'll be displaying on Saturday morning at Lyle Esser's. Look forward to meeting everyone, and if you have any questions, feel free to come up and ask.